Hello, hello. Perfidious Pete here, sweeping the planet like I'm a contestant in a supermarket-based early 90s game show on the Lifetime channel in XCOM, The Long War. And I've got to say, last week's team definitely held it down in the big sweep of a landed UFO. They racked up a mighty 47 kills before time expired, including all 3 of the Muton Elite bonus specials, and without a doubt earned themselves a right to play for $5,000 in cash in the bonus sweep. But before we get to the bonus round, we're going to give 3 brand new teams 1 minute and 30 seconds of complimentary sweep time. So let's head on up to Mission Control and see which team will bring home the groceries this week on Super Alien Sweep. And if you'll be in the Los Angeles area, have a current will and active life insurance, and would like to be a contestant on Super Alien Sweep, call 213-555-1234 for details. Contestants should also probably kiss your family goodbye and tell your kids you love them. I miss Supermarket Sweep. Good show, good show. A lot of intricate product knowledge, a lot of good tips to save you some cash at the supermarket. Also, I'm, a little nostalgic for early 90s game shows, particularly the host of Supermarket Sweep, who in today's market would be drubbed out of TV for being a fucking sexist piece of shit, because man, that guy, kind of a sexist piece of shit. It's funny to go back and watch. Anyway, some psychic training is finished. Eva Perón has failed. That's disappointing, but not entirely unexpected. She did have a little lower chance for completion than we would have liked. I think she was just barely over 50-50. So let's just toss her back in the tube, give her another shot at Distortion Field. 53% for Ava. Yeah, it was always kind of a coin flip, so the failure is not totally unexpected. And let's get back to scanning. It looks like that was Atlas King. Oh, Marie Curie has succeeded. Madame Curie. Success. I guess if you feed her enough radium, true, before she dies, she does get superpowers. Wow, who'd have thought? So we got Mata Goodtime Hari, who's ready to get bumped to rank 2. Marie the Baker Antoinette is getting very close to another rank as a psychic as well. Marie Curie just leveled. Ernie Shackleton does need to go in. He could also go to level 3, and we could spare him. Louis Pasteur, likewise, also available for level 3. We got a bunch of people who are waiting for the level 3 bump. We could even send in the Duke. I'm not tempted to send the Duke, though, because it looks like he's pretty close to a regular level. Pasteur, we might... You know what? I was going to say we might need Pasteur, but actually, from the looks of things, I don't really think we do. Ernest Shackleton is pretty close to an actual level. We might like to get him bumped up before we send him in. Did we have one other person? Mata Goodtime Hari, you know what? She's going in because we can afford to spare her. Mata, the good time girl here, already at max rank. So a little time spent in the tube is not really going to narrow her down too much. We do have 2 gunners in the tube, but Horatio, good old hornblower, should be coming out a couple days. Let's hope he hasn't spent his entire time in the tube actually blowing his horn, and by that I mean jacking his meat. Let's hope he's going to learn something other than how to maximally achieve orgasm with a reverse grip stroke. Alright, so UFO tracking is complete. I don't even honestly remember assigning that project. I think that it gives us a better chance to detect UFOs, places where we don't have satellites, which honestly isn't a problem for us. We actually have more satellite capacity right now than we have satellites in the area, which is one thing we need to sort of start saving up cash for as well. We need to start building some satellites. With our next little inflush of cash, which it looks like we're going to get in almost immediately from this council report, we should probably spend a lot of that on satellites. So more psychic training. God damn it, Nelson. That's your second time as a failure, you miserable piece of crap. So clearly, he must have heard my jokes about the whole fact that he's been masturbating in the tube and not actually learning anything. And I'm telling you what, Horatio, next time you come out, I'm actually, you know what? No, not even next time. I'm just putting super glue on both of your hands this time. So if you go into the tube, everybody's going to know when you come out of the tube that you spent 8 days and 3 hours in there basically masturbating furiously the entire time. Because your hands are going to be stuck to your junk. So maybe pay fucking attention and actually try to do what it is we sent you into the tube to do this time, other than leaving it a splattered, stained mess upon exit. Don't even have any porn or anything in there, man. You're just sitting there 8 days in a darkened tube, just furiously stroking it. You gotta be chafing, man. You gotta be chafing.
We are extremely impressed with the
I don't even care about your hollow praise out. You know what? I so don't care about your shit out.
Your recent results were beyond our expectations.
5 UFOs escaped.
That is not a statement this
I wouldn't really say that's
lightly.
beyond expectations, because honestly, we've done way better, Optimus Prime. We have actually done better. I'll take your pity scientist, engineers, and cash, though.
Remember,
I'm ashamed of myself. I was going to say I'm not ashamed of it, but I am ashamed of myself for taking your pathetic, pitiful, pity rewards, but while I am ashamed of it, I'm not above it, and that's why I'm ashamed, because I still got to take it. So we have satellites all over the United States. Really, all we need to do is start putting satellites over Asia, but we don't have enough cash to make an interceptor fleet in Asia. We have 5, basically. We only have 4 in Europe. So what if we... I don't want to buy any more interceptors. See, that's part of the deal, too, is I don't want to really expand into Asia until we've got interceptors over for Asia, because I don't just throw a satellite up and have it get immediately shot down with no defense. But I don't want to expand into Asia because I don't want to buy any more interceptors. We're going to be building firestorms in the very near future. So I think for now, maybe we just sit on what we've got. We do have 1 satellite left to throw over Argentina, but we can't do that until we complete our skeleton key, and then we're going to have an alien base assault.
All I can think about is my bunk.
Okay, so now Bradford's getting in on a whole masturbation thing. He's been at it for days now, and all he can think about is his bunk, because all he can think about is getting back to his bunk to rub another one out. Bradford and Jane from Firefly, I tell you, if you need me, I'll be in my bunk. We do need to go down to engineering, however. Yep, that's fine.
Always glad to have more help down.
We are going to be using 1 satellite relatively soon. Our skeleton key finishes in 7 days, but before that happens, we should build 1 more satellite just to replace the one that we're going to launch over Argentina. So let's get that ordered. The rest of this cache, I think, we'll sit on for now, and it's back to mission control then. Try and scan and see if we can get a mission. Alright, so the aliens are, I don't know, giving us a nice little break. Oh, so good. So good. Titan armor. So good. Oh, so good. Titan armor. Oh, I'm real stoked about that. You want 5 mechtoid cores? Yeah, you know what? I'm not doing anything with them. That's fine. You can have them. Take them. Take them off my hands. Just get them out of here, really. They're just taking up space in a warehouse, honestly. I'm glad to have them gone. So there's the Illyrium generator. Locked, loaded, ready to go. Here's a nice cutscene for us.
Illyrium generator complete.
Yep, there it is. So our power needs then should be fully satisfied, and no longer will we be required to...
Arrived this morning,
yeah, that's Dr. Shen.
We're always glad to have
You know, I believe you just mentioned the whole new engineer thing literally moments ago, Dr. Shen. And again, your crippling Alzheimer's, pal, it's really kind of getting overwhelming. It really is kind of getting overwhelming, man. You gotta seek help. You gotta seek some help, Dr. Shen. You gotta do it. So we're at 103 of 142 power. I don't anticipate us needing any additional power, probably for the remainder of the run, except for maybe the hyperwave beacon, because I know that takes a lot, which is what I'm digging the hole for. That's what the excavation was for. We can put the hyperwave right there. Once we get that researched, which should be coming up fairly quickly, because advanced pulse lasers are going to be done right now. That's going to be super capacitors. Oh, so good. Okay. So scatter blast. What is a scatter blaster? That is a pulse shotgun, not interested. Super capacitors, absolutely going to start those immediately. Heavy pulse rifle, blaster rifle, pulse sniper rifle. Small case to be made for actually trying the pulse sniper rifle. There really is, but I think it's time for us to go straight. Ugh, that takes 17 days. Case to be made for doing the Mutant Elite autopsy before we start on alien propulsion. Plasma weapons are still at 14 days, which makes me less interested in those. You could interrogate a floater. That's not really going to get us much. Do an autopsy on a heavy floater. Again, don't really expect that. But the Mutant Elites... Actually, Elites and heavy floaters would be useful. Okay. I'm tired of not being able to see what abilities these guys have on the combat map, because heavy floaters and Mutant Elites often have very dangerous abilities. So you know what, Dr. Valen? I know you'd like to torture them to death, and that's kind of your bit, but before you get to the torturing...
As if the standard muton hadn't
I think you
given
might
us
as well
enough trouble.
vivisect them first, so you'll know best how to make them suffer.
In waiting for the later stages of their invasion.
Seems like the smart thing to do would have just been to hit us with those first when we were completely unprepared, but apparently the aliens are dumber than your average military scientist. I'm glad, because otherwise we'd be all dead by now, just corpses rotting in the ground somewhere. I'm glad they're stupid. Don't get me wrong. If your opponent has to be overwhelmingly advanced technology, if you can have them be stupid, that does go a long way into keeping you safe. More psychic training. Matahari, okay, she's putting you guys to shame. Look at that. We send Matahari, put her in the tube one time, Ava Perón, Horatio Nelson. We stick Matahari straight in. What does she do? Bam, comes out immediately powerful. You guys have just been, you guys are dilly-dallying in a tube in there. I'm gonna have to get a tube monitor, I guess, to be like a hall monitor for grade school bathroom trips. You guys can't be trusted, so if that's the way you're gonna make me play, I mean, that's the way. Do I want to put Virginia Woolf in the tube? I wouldn't mind giving her distortion field. It's fine. The aliens seem pretty goddamn disinterested in actually fighting at the moment anyway, so I suppose there's that. No, you cannot have my sectoid commander corpses. I think I might still need some of those. There's Ava Perone. All right, so Scout goes in, Scout comes out. Ava Perone is done. Fantastic. She also now has Distortion Field. That means we need another candidate to cram in there. And since Matahari just came out, I think Jane Sporty Austin has to go in. We're cycling through the psychic training. Running this shit through, baby. Running it through. Like beer through a drunk, we're going through it. More Titan armor. All right, so that's like 5 suits of Titan armor we have complete. And the aliens, you know what? I think we swept them so hard, they're licked. They're waiting to see how the bonus suite turns out. They want to know if we're going to get that extra $5,000 in cash or not. Tactical rig. Oh, I forgot to start super capacitors. God damn it, that was a waste. I wasted 2 days. Okay, super capacitors must begin now.
Another variation on a previously identified specimen. This is the heavy floater. As you can see, the aliens have made substantial improvements to the armor
bigger.
and weapon systems
More armor, bigger gun. Yep.
while removing some of its exposed vulnerabilities.
Didn't actually need
An
to look at its
extremely
insides in order to
dangerous
see that it had more armor and a bigger gun. I could just tell that from a casual observation, Dr. V. I could just, kind of glance at it and go, oh, it's got more armor and a bigger gun. So where is, I want to go to the foundry, actually, and I would like to do the super capacitors project. I don't give a shit about advanced servo motors. Super capacitors. I am missing 800 credits. Super capacitors is real expensive. It also takes 200 Illyrium, which we have, 150 alloys, which we also have, weapon fragments, which we got coming out of our ass, meld, which we also have coming out of our ass, and 6 UFO power sources. So let's go find 800 credits then. I have a feeling it's time to go visit, speaking of supermarkets, we're going to Perfidious Pete's Crazy Alien Emporium. It's Crazy Pete. Everything must go. And by everything, I mean I'm just going to sell a whole bunch of meld, because I don't really have any use for it, and the shit's really starting to pile up. I mean, it's everywhere. We got just piles and piles of the stuff. It's starting to take up too much space in the base, and I just kind of want it gone. So I'm going to sell like 120. We have no use for it. It's just idling, collecting dust. We got canisters upon canister upon canister of the stuff.
The aliens are probably more than a little upset that we didn't fall in line like they'd hoped.
So what, are you a sympathizer now, Bradford? How do you have so much sudden insight into the aliens' motivations? Goddamn, like fucking Van Dorn isn't problem enough. I have to worry about you also being a sympathizer now, Bradford? That guy just won't give me any rest. You know what, Bradford? Why don't you just go grab a handle of gin and take the rest of the day off?
And as soon as we've got something, I'll be in touch.
Yeah, that's fine, Dr. Shen. You'll forget, but don't worry, it's super capacitors. I'll remember. Alright, so we got 20 Illyrium. Fantastic. 167, 2 no, you know what? I don't... It is science. Yeah, fine. Take the damn 2 scientists. Alright, so there's our skeleton key complete. Now the question is, do we want to immediately launch this over Argentina and go for the alien base? It would help panic in Mexico, which is admittedly a problem. But I kind of want to delay a little bit. What's our soldier action look like here? I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody is back, right? We have the best of the best. We actually need to get that rookie in the tube as well. Okay, yeah, we have the soldier situation. I'm a little hesitant to start right away because the aliens haven't launched a mission in like 2 weeks, so I'm thinking a heavy alien activity cycle is about to kick off. And I don't want to have to do a base raid and then also have a gigantic alien activity cycle come on where they're throwing ton after missions at us. Let's hold off on this for just a minute. Okay, so more research. Good. Heavy floater autopsy, advanced foundry repair project. Okay. Mech shivs, times of our fighter. Okay, well, we absolutely have to do that as well then. And I don't want to do either of the interrogations, so it's time to crack alien propulsion. So let's just start on that.
Efforts to support the research team, Commander.
And it's back to the foundry.
Put the new recruits to work in the lab.
Because advanced repair we got to get. We have the alloys, we have the meld, we have the floater corpses. We need 500 cash. God, all right. Man, Crazy Pete has got everything priced to move. We're slashing prices here at Crazy Pete's Alien Artifact Emporium. I truly have gone crazy, folks. I'm going to go down to 550 meld. Actually, will that even get us there? Yeah, that's going to be enough. All right, so we're going to go down to 550 meld. Complete that transaction, and then we're going to go start advanced repair in the foundry as well. And man, the aliens haven't thrown a mission at us in like 2 weeks. This is why I'm holding off. I want to be at the end of an activity cycle where I know I'm going to have enough time to get everybody back. Although, I could have actually just done the base raid and everybody would be back by now. Maybe dithering is the wrong move, but now that I've already dithered, I'm hesitant to... Now I'm hesitant to go back into it. Let's just start advanced repair. We did just pick up the Titan armor.
The foundry is already warmed up. I'll make sure to notify you.
Yeah, Doctor... Alright, so let's check out the results of our psychic training. Hooray. I have to assume that his hands are just glued to his dick at this point. Horatio Nelson is going to be forever ruined. He has no further use as an XCOM trooper because his hands are just permanently attached to his genitals now. They're never coming loose. It's never coming off, ever. It's never coming off. They're just stuck for the rest of time. Horatio Nelson's going to be walking around grabbing his junk. Okay, here we go. We got a small fighter over Brazil. Yeah, we should just be able to shoot this down. Not really with any problem. Let's send up old Puke Shaw. Puke has been lights out for us. Lights out. He's been a fantastic interceptor pilot. We'll do this mission with a small UFO. We'll wait 2 days, and if we don't get another mission, then we're going into the alien base.
Closing on.
All right, Puke. Come on, man. Show me what you got. So far, not much. Yeah, this is... Okay. That was one of your shittier intercepts, Shaw. I mean, you frankly, just, I'm gonna straight up, you did a bad job. A bad job there. You did a bad job. Alright, slap shot. Let's get you in the air and see if you can't maybe score your second kill. I'm a little disappointed in Puke, man. That guy has been... He's been, I want to say, our best interceptor pilot in that we've sent him up, I think, twice, and he's done fantastic both times. But now I'm beginning to question his chops. Alright, come on, guys. Hit the damn UFO. What's going on? What's with all the misses here? Taking a lot of damage we don't necessarily need to be taking, and I'm wondering if after the turn of the year, maybe the aliens haven't gotten some spaceship upgrades. Entirely possible, and also wholly terrifying. Alright, so we got a small UFO. We don't necessarily need to commit grossly to whatever's going on in this. I mean, I think we got a pretty good chance of taking this one out. It is a small UFO. Let's not take anybody super elite. Franklin D. Roosevelt, I think, is going to be fine as a leader. Do we have any other officers? We could take Edgar Allan Poe. And then we could take one of our snipers. I sort of like that idea better, actually. We could do like Edgar Allan Poe and Marconi. What's the Riparian? So again, it's the field. Same maps over and over and over and over. You know what? Let's do the Poe thing, though. Let's go with Edgar Allan Poe to make items available. I like Outteach a little better because Poe does have the Semper Vigilance ability, and that really goes a long way with me. Semper Vigilance is real good. It's real good. Titan armor? Hell yeah. We'll check out the Mr. Nobody, Outteach himself. Set him the fuck on fire. He doesn't even care. Edgar Allan is unstoppable killing machine. Oh yeah, baby. He's gonna take you to introduce you to Annabelle Lee. Sweet Annabelle Lee down by the sea. He's gonna show you what she's got, and let me tell you, you're not gonna like it, because Annabelle Lee was dead. That's the whole thing of the poem. It's about a dead woman. And so that's got Poe sorted. Let's grab ourselves a sniper to go along with that, and really anyone will do. We could take the Duke. You know what? Yeah, our goal was to get the Duke a level before we shoved him in the tubes for a little psychic training. This is definitely going to level the Duke as long as he comes back in one piece. So let's get him cracked up. Gauss long rifle, alloy bipod, little Kestrel armor. He's going to be far, far away from any action, so the heaviness of his armor really is irrelevant. Margaret Thatcher, Mighty Good Time Hari, both max level. Psychic EXP is on the table, and there is some potential motivation to use them, but I would prefer to conserve them for the upcoming alien base raid. And Marie the Baker Antoinette does get the double-double here, both with regular EXP and Psychic EXP. I see no compelling reason to not take her. Again, she's going to be a little further away from the front of the action as an emplacement gunner, so Aegis Armor, Gauss Machine Gun, Neural Gun Link. Let's get the Baker ready to whip us up a delicious batch of deadly, deadly goodness. Napoleon back on duty. Oh man, we have not... Okay. Before I forget, we have not done this in a long time. We need to scan for Exalt. It's been like 2 weeks. We should definitely... Yeah, we got to do a scan.
Positive identification.
Okay.
Confirmed.
So you know what? I think we hold off on the alien base raid until we have had a chance to do the final Exalt mission, because this will be the last one. We could raid Exalt after this. Argentina would reduce our panic in Brazil. Asian panic is fine. Now we're going to go to Argentina. So let's launch a covert operation. Let's get Napoleon out doing his thing before I forget what he's about and actually send him on a mission he doesn't necessarily need to go on.
Covert XCOM operative deployed against Exalt Cell.
All right, so we got him working in Argentina. This is the last one. After this, we can raid Exalt HQ. And that may be what we do next mission, because I really want Exalt eliminated. I really do, because that frees up Napoleon for regular missions, and he is real good. He's real good. I want him around. I want you around, Napoleon. I need you, Napoleon. I'm having a little bit of a Jerry Maguire moment. I don't feel complete without my Emperor. I just don't. You complete me, Napoleon. You complete me. Scout, we should probably take. I don't think we need necessarily Mitch Pancakes Hedberg. Ava Perron, you know what? She's fresh out of the tube. This is a chance for her to earn a little Psychic EXP and start working her way towards rank 3. Titan Armor, absolutely, for Ava. Yes, the Titan Armor does slow her down a little bit, but she's also fast enough to not really have to care. It's going to be Shadow Armor or rather the Shadow Device. Saved our bacon last time. I tell you, every time I've taken the Shadow Device, it has been supremely useful. It has saved me from myself pretty much every single occasion I've deployed it. I have no regrets about building it. I'm actually thinking about building a second one. So what do I have? I have a gunner, a sniper, an infantry, a scout. Okay, let's get a medic. Jesus, probably don't need you. Elvis is back already. We could get the king. I mean, the king is pushing the upper limits of our psychic potential. He is one of our higher ranked psychers. He also is one of our higher willpower psychers, strangely enough. Joseph the Cleaner, Lister, though, case to be made for taking the cleaner. Yeah, you know what? Let's take the cleaner on this one. This is a small UFO. So, all things can... Probably overcommitting on this. We've got a lot of high-ranked troopers that we don't necessarily need. We should... Alright, here's what we're going to do. We'll finish these guys out, and then we're going to start looking into taking maybe a couple newbies. Let's take some lower rank guys. Let's do... Alright, we want tiny guys. I don't need any of these guys. Leonardo da Vinci hasn't been on a mission in a good long while, and he's not exactly a huge rank guy, but he's no scrub either. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me, hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me, and I don't want no scrubs. So we're going to take Da Vinci as an assault trooper, and I think we'll go capture focused on this, so let's just take another really fast, relatively low rank assault. I'm thinking Michael Jackson. Where you at, MJ? We could take Willie Shakes. Now, Willie Shakes is probably fast enough. Let's take Willie Shakes. Haven't had him on a mission in a while either. Sir William, prepare for battle. Verily, forsooth, I am always prepared to go forth and cry havoc. Let's slip the dogs of war. And shredder ammo and an arc thrower for the dog of war. Although, I'm pretty sure the war dog is actually Sun Tzu, so maybe you should not impinge on his particular trademark, Shakespeare. I mean, he was around long before you were a thing. Think about it. It'll wind up in court. Steve Jobs will represent him. The lawsuit himself, he will represent him, and you will lose that lawsuit. Steve Jobs never met a case of litigation that he could not win or engineer a victory out of by cheating. What are we missing? We have a scout, we got a medic, an infantry, gunner, sniper, assault. This is, okay, we've got basically everything we might need. This is sort of commander's choice, right? Man, we got kind of commander's choice situation. So let's take somebody who's low rank but not terrible. I'm leaning towards Annette, even though she's real fucking irritating and annoys the holy screaming fuck out of me. She does have a really, really high willpower. Where the hell is she? Annette? Are you around? Man, we're way down towards the bottom of the barrel here. Voodoo, Tiger, Bullet, Lady Di. Here's Durand. She is like one of our lowest ranked people. Wow. On the plus side, she might be able to bump to level 3 as a psyker, and she is probably going to pick up a level. So we will get the double-double here with Annette, assuming I don't murder her for being an annoying turd on the mission. She's so irritating. We're going to give her some Aegis armor, little Gauss carbine, of course, to help with her foot speed. You know what? I have a suit of Titan armor I'm not using. I'm going to put it on her. If she's going to be close enough to whip grenades at stuff and we can counter the movement penalty with the Gauss carbine, I'm just going to go that route. Let's make sure Annette does not get killed. And over we go, across the sea, not to grandmother's house, but to a crashed small UFO. Let's raid this bad boy.
Brazilian
Operation
authorities have
Severed
requested our
Goo?
help, so that's where we're going next.
Oh, Severed God.
The bogey
Okay.
came down hard
It's
in
a
a remote
D.
area just
Looks like
outside of a
Operation
small
Severed
town.
Goo.
We should deploy and eliminate.
Sounds like the
any
title of a
hostiles
Goo
at the
Goo
crash
Dolls
site.
album. Also, the Goo Goo Dolls, worst name for a band of all time. That was the best you could come up with, Johnny Resnick. The Goo Goo Dolls. The fuck, man. You opened yourself up to like a million fucking semen-related jokes with that one. You should have come up with something better. A Goo Goo Doll? I mean, that's basically just a euphemism for a sex doll, right? Is that what you're getting at, Johnny Resnick? You and your band are a bunch of just, like, plastic fuck toys? Because that seems like a weird thing to be proud of.
Strike 1 is free to engage hostile
Yeah, we
targets
just
at
lay
the
there and
crash
take
site.
it like a plastic fuck doll. So we're on the map we've done like 45 times, but it looks like we came in from the side. So we are coming at this one at a weird angle, but that's alright. It's not the first time we've actually come onto this map at this weird angle, so it's at least not Wisconsin. We're not at the farm map, which we've been experiencing quite frequently as well. Joseph the Cleaner Lister, let's go ahead and have you do the motion tracker. My guess is it's going to be clear, because the aliens only spawn in like 3 places on this map, and we're nowhere near any of them. Yeah, alright, so this is a free move. Yep, okay. I know exactly where we're at then. So this should be a fairly textbook assault. We're going to come right up here, set up our Reign of Terror and Lanes of Fire right over here, and get ready to engage the enemy. Also, this map seems to have fewer aliens than... You know what, I'm just throwing caution to the wind here. I know where the aliens are going to be. I don't even have to, like, take any kind of precautions. This is completely safe. I can do this brazen bullshit in complete confidence and safety. Really looking forward to XCOM 2 and their dynamic map generation. That perhaps more than anything else in XCOM 2, the procedural map generation is what I'm looking forward to most. Alright, Willie Shakes, you're coming up here. And that's the whole team. There will be no aliens over here. I would wager, if I wanted to, I could have Annette Durand throw battle scanners and hit every pod of aliens on this map before I got anywhere near them. I would almost be willing to bet that I could do that. Alright, so the Duke, you're not going to encounter any trouble. We're just going to send you on the end around so you can snipe up the lane. This is the area I'm thinking of, yes? Yes, it absolutely is. Okay.
Okay.
You head over here. And we do still have a command if for some reason my brazen, ridiculous behavior gets me into trouble. We can't always pull everybody back. I'm not even using motion trackers or battle scanners. This is how brazen I'm being.
Yes, Commando.
You know what? It's freeing. It's freeing to play like this. It feels kind of good. Just loosey-goosey running around the map like a crazy asshole. Like I'm playing on normal difficulty in vanilla or something. Just carefree, not a concern in the world, not worried that I'm going to pop 35 pods of aliens and just be immediately completely wiped as a team. Just loosey-goosey, having fun, running around the battlefield, feeling good, not a care in the world. Alright, we're going to have to start paying attention in a moment, though, because we are coming up on the area where enemies may potentially be located, so we'd be a little careful.
Quiet. Did you hear something?
Yeah, it's Pot of Thin Men. That's like one of the 3 spots they could be. That's why I sent you over there. Alright, so where's Lister? Let's go ahead and activate the motion tracker, Joe. What do you got? Well, there's the meld canister up there where there's always a meld canister. That's not surprising. Anything else up here to go along with the meld canister? Looks like...
That's what we're looking for.
2 ethereals inside the ship. Then we've got what is a pod of thin men. I'm going to guess probably over in this region. So let's try and locate the thin men before we stumble onto them. I need a scout, please. Ava Perone, if you could report for duty, we'd appreciate that. I'm going to move you up here into this corner cover, Annette, and we're going to have you, or Ava, sorry, I didn't mean to call you Annette. We're going to have you pitch a battle scanner over in this region and likely locate a pod of thin fellows in blue suits. If only they were as delicious as actual Thin Mints. If only they were that good. Love Thin Mints. They're delicious. Chocolatey, minty. What's not to love? That did not reveal a pod, huh? I mean, that's right where they should be. It's also right where we got the audio clue that said they were. So unless they teleported after we got the audio clue, which, let's face it, is frankly not out of the realm of possibility, I am a little confused. Let's be a little more conservative then. Since we didn't reveal them, I don't want to be as brazen as I have been being. Let's play this one maybe with just a tiny shred of caution.
Moving out.
We know there are guys up there. If we kill those 2 outsiders in the main ship, it will cause pod collapse, so we got that going for us. We know this area is clear because we've scanned it with a motion tracker. So there's nothing over this direction. Let's send the Old Master and Willie Shakes on an end around. They can grab this meld canister on their way past. Marie Antoinette, you're really the only person whose position actually matters because we want you in a good position to drop some fire on those outsiders. Now, as far as captures go on this mission, if it is outsiders, we're only really interested in their weapons. I did hit the Thin Men. I did hit the Thin Men. I knew they were right there. I know your tricks, Thin Men. I know what you're all about. This isn't my first day. This is not my first XCOM rodeo. It's more like, at this point in this particular campaign, like my 150th XCOM rodeo, roughly. So, I mean, this is not my first day. Alright, Edgar, let's get you in a position where you will not spawn a pod or be likely to produce a pod spawn, which I think this should be safe. You shouldn't be able to see the outsiders based on where they're located. Yep, perfectly assembled. Ava, I'm actually probably going to have you deploy a battle scanner inside the ship just so I know where those guys are precisely. I want to know exactly where they're at, and it's not like we need another battle scanner because we know where the Thin Men are. We've already got an eye on those cats. So let's just set this up. Yeah, abiento indeed. And there we go. Okay. So there's our outsiders. We should have shots with a couple people. Willie Shakes, if we bring you around and pick up this meld canister, it's absolutely going to activate those guys. I am not ready for them to be activated yet. All right, Lister, you're on Overwatch. Willie Shakes, let's bring you up a little closer. You're on Overwatch. We'll grab the meld canister next turn because we do still have enough time to wait one more turn.
I hope you thought this
Duran, let's get you over here. You're going to be on Overwatch.
I'm keeping a lookout.
Overwatch for Da Vinci. Let's see what these Thin Men do as well. Seekers and Thin Men, they're going back towards the main pod. This is a very small pod. I'm going to save my last battle scanner, I think, for decloaking Thin Men. Since Marie Antoinette has a double flank shot, double 76s here. Actually, it's double 76s on both. We're just going to start with this. This might actually just completely erase one. If we get the double hit, he's dead. Yeah, go ahead and take your move there, pal. And then get shot again. Or is this going to... Nope. Look at that. That was some remarkable curving bullets. That's some fucking next level wanted shit right there. Angelina Jolie, eat your fucking heart out. You think you can curve a bullet? Marie Antoinette knows how to curve a bullet. That miss was a little unpleasant there, John Wayne. I'm a little disappointed in that miss. We could send a net forward and possibly throw some grenades. Joseph the Cleaner Lister doesn't really have much to offer, but we can move them up to full cover. He might potentially have a shot. What's your mind fray chance like here, Lister? 0. Well, that's... okay. I mean, I gotta admit, and I'm not ashamed to admit, that I was hoping for a little higher than fucking 0. The goose egg isn't necessarily what anybody was hoping for. We're gonna have Ava Perone just go for a little hollow targeting. That shot missed, which surprised literally no one. But it did apply the hollow targeting. We'll get Durand over here. She does not have a shot. She's gonna go Overwatch. Edgar, you should have... double 54s is not shameful, but it's not fantastic. Lister does have a follow-up shot if we need it. William Shakespeare is a little slower. Let's have Willie Shakes head to the meld. We should have one more turn on this can before it expires. Da Vinci, we could get you close enough to probably come on a run in if we need it to. So we're going to set you up with the WWE assist style. Why don't you come over here and grab a steel chair out of the crowd and just get ready, and then if we need the run in, we'll have it. Lister's at 40. You know, I want to make sure Edgar Allan Poe stays safe cover-wise, so I'm just going to go ahead and have him move. He'll take this 54% shot. 8 damage critical, and then we'll give Joseph Lister the goal line last stand Hail Mary 40%er that he's going to whiff and fire off into the distance. That guy's going to regen most of that. This pod is going to reveal itself, which is honestly a good thing for us, because Durand is in a position that she can probably crack him with a grenade. She's going to take a terrible Overwatch shot. Which hit. You know, Annette Durand, I really don't know how to behave or feel around you. I want to like you, but you're irritating in the extreme, and every time I expect you to do one thing, you find a way to not do that thing and do something else. Which makes you sort of an unknown quantity, and I'm not really happy with unknowns. I prefer things to be predictable. I like predictability. Like, similitude, really, is what I'm looking for. I want things to be the same. There was 11 meld in that container. How did the aliens get up to 11 meld? They should not be that high. We got a can't miss shot, almost confirmed a guaranteed kill there. I'm really only interested in the hollow targeting and getting some decent shots on that guy. There is still a thin man running around. We won't be able to advance unless we pull the Overwatch. That's the problem. I'd rather have the Overwatch. Just pull the Overwatch. It's fine, Ava Prone. Get shot at, you're gonna be fine. Or you're gonna take a bullshit 10 damage critical. I mean, that's the other thing that could happen. Fortunately, you are wearing the most durable armor in the universe now. I'm real salty about that hit, actually. And for what... You can't see the outsider, which was the only thing I cared to have you shoot at. And fucking tastic. Love it when a plan comes together. I really do. Thanks, Hannibal Smith. I'm pinning that one on you. That was Hannibal's fault. Pinning that one on Hannibal Smith. He loved it when a plan came together. I don't know why he was so enthused when a plan came together. One would think he would have been like, ah, that plan went as expected. And then when a plan fell apart, he'd been like, God damn it, I hate it when a plan falls apart. It's a fucking freewheeling cat, Hannibal. It's up to fucking his own game. Am I sure that it's safe? What is the opposite of sure that it's safe, Annette? Because I'm sure that it is patently not safe. We are not going to be able to get that guy out of his cover, but we can probably kill this alien, so let's whip a grenade at this Seeker who's foolishly sitting on the ground, and then we'll try and shoot the outsider dead, I suppose.
Alright, I'm throwing it!
Yeah, do 2 damage in that. Thank you. Fantastic. Also, 4 damage from a grenade is terrible output. So we're going to take double 31s here. This is probably only going to get us hollow targeting.
Negative.
Not even Marie the Baker Antoinette can whip up a recipe that's good enough to solve that problem. Da Vinci could just walk in and shoot the guy dead. I mean, he could just walk over here and shotgun the shit out of him. Probably the right move, all things considered. So let's grab Da Vinci. We're going to have him head to here. There is one thin man over there, but I don't think he's on Overwatch, or he would have shot at Ava Perone. So we've got the flanker here, 91% chance to hit, 76 for crit. Mr. Outsider's going to say good night. Good night, sweet prince. Let's move Poe to here. We're going to put him on Overwatch. I am still a little concerned about this unit. And so concerned, in fact, that I'm going to drop smoke on him with Joseph Lister. I don't want Ava Perone getting shot and or killed. Killed would be terrible. Shot's bad enough. She's not wounded currently. Your armor took the brunt of the damage.
Got my eyes on.
It's Overwatch for you, Willie Shakes. Is there even anything useful for you to accomplish? You could come up here and sit in bad cover next to a net, I suppose. I mean, that's something. You have huge health totals, so I mean, at least if nothing else, you can draw some of the enemy aggression. We'll throw a little hollow targeting at that thin man. Also throw 6 damage his way, because that was a fantastic shot. Ava Perone is pissed. The enemy hit her, and now she's mad. She's gone into a fury. Now, this guy just signed his own death warrant. There's got to be another dude on this map somewhere, right? I mean, there's got to be one more guy. This can't be it, aliens. I refuse to believe that this is all that you brought to the table. 2 Seekers, 1 Thin Man, and 2 Outsiders. I refuse to believe that this is all you brought. You brought more guys. They're somewhere. I know they're hiding. They're lurking in the wings. I'm not fooled. I suppose John Wayne does... he doesn't even have a shot.
Aye, aye.
Well, I guess we'll have the Duke reposition and reload. Anybody else even going to be able to get a shot at that Thin Man? Maybe not. I mean, Durand, no. Shakespeare's not going to make it. Vinci can see him from where he's at and could probably get a reasonable shot. Run and gun is on cooldown. I don't like shooting through this rock. He's not really going to be able to get a very good shot. He might be able to get a shot, but it's not going to be a good one.
Yes, Commander.
So what if we just fully commit, put Poe in the open? Still can't see him. Alright, so this Thin Man is proving to be remarkably difficult to deal with. Did we get Durand close enough to which grenade? I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
I hope you thought this through.
Shit. Annette.
I'll shoot anything.
Have I told
that
you lately how
moves.
much I loathe you, Annette? I mean, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it on multiple occasions because I do desperately despise you. I mean, I really don't like you a lot. That's a bad idea. That just gets a shot. Shakespeare? You can't? Alright. So let's put Willie Shakes over here. Willie Shakes does still have his running gun. Honestly, I think we have Da Vinci go to here just to avoid getting shot. Drop him into Overwatch. Lister, you're also on Overwatch. We're just going to have to give this guy one more turn. He has 1 health, man. We need 1 health. And so he's over lurking behind a tree. He's going to do what? Take a shot at Ava Perron. Ava stays strong for 1 more turn. Half cover, of course, full cover for Ava. And regenerate 2 health. Please tell me that John Wayne can see that man. John Wayne, please tell me that you can. Thank you. Please end this man's life. You have a terrible chance to hit him, but if you could, buck the odds. There you go. Never tell the Duke the odds. The aliens sent 5 guys on Operation Severed God. Literally 5 aliens. Call me crazy, but even though we took some scrubs along on this mission, I kind of feel like we've maybe overcommitted. I know, it's a lunatic position to have, but I do sort of feel that we may have overcommitted slightly. Still, a win's a win. I'm not going to complain. Nobody got hurt. As long as our Titan armor didn't get damaged from getting shot while Ava Perron was inside of it, I'm going to be happy. We also picked up 2 promotions. So the Duke picking up a promo. Platform stability is interesting. Vital point targeting is also interesting. Executioner. It's 10 aim and 10 critical. We could get the same 10 aim and 10 critical from platform stability. And the Duke is sort of even less mobile than our non-really... He's less mobile than the builds we already have that are sort of not mobile. Because the Duke doesn't even count half cover as full cover. He doesn't have low profile. He is designed to be a fully, really, really far away, ideally, squad sight sniper who's shooting out of Seraphim armor. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and give him platform stability instead of Executioner. The extra critical is nice. The extra aim is nice. But basically, we get that all the time as long as we don't move with platform stability. And it's unlikely the Duke is going to be on the move much. Annette Durand, you're already built. It's heat warheads for you, so done. That was simple. Did you pick up enough Psychic EXP, Annette? No, we can't tell anymore. Honestly, I don't really care. We'll find it next time we decide to submit somebody for Psychic training, and we've got some junk to sell, so let's head up to the Grand Market. The Grand Market? Come on down to Crazy Pete's Grand Market, where we sell not only weird alien artifacts, but it's the grandest bazaar you'll ever encounter. Crazy Pete's Grand Alien Artifact Bazaar. Speaking of bizarre, talking about my brain, it's bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. 51 credits. You know what? It's in. A win's a win. We're going to have an alien base assault coming up very, very soon, but honestly, I'm thinking I may wait until after the covert operation in order to assault that alien base. Because I'm going to want my best of my best teams both for the covert op and also for the XAlt raid. I don't know, I'm going to have to mull this over and think about how I want to approach this. Because either we launch the item now, throw the satellite over Argentina and get ready for the base raid, or we wait until after all of this stuff is completed. You know what? Let's let the aliens decide, I think. Put the ball in the aliens' court. We've got this covert operation coming up in 6 days. Let's see how many missions we get in before the covert operation, and we'll let that be the deciding factor. But either way, this one's in the can. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support really does mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more XCOM in the long war, consider subscribing as well, because we send 8 guys to kill 5 aliens on a fairly regular basis, so make sure you catch them all. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.